Think we should be live. I'm just gonna get right into it here. Welcome back to the original Dragon Quest Builders, where previously we had begun our journey and actually made it quite far. I did not expect us to get quite as far as we did, quite frankly. We got a lot further than I expected. I didn't expect to start restorations until today, so technically today we're just going to be continuing them. Because we've already kind of started, but we ran out of blocks. We still have some regular castle walls, but we ran out of the bottom blocks, which makes sense. I expected that to happen. We still have a fair amount of castle tiles and all that stuff. And it's all great. Now, one thing that I forgot to do, and that I kept insisting on wanting to do, was learn how big the front fortress needs to be. And you know what? Instead of being cheap and going on a previous save and just checking it out and just kind of doing it the cheesy way, we're not that far from actually just being tasked with building the actual front fortress. So I think what we're gonna do is continue with quest lines until we're at that fortress point. Build the fortress so we know where we want it to be positioned in correlation to everything else. And then restore the two buildings that we didn't do last time, being the workshop and the bedroom, because we hadn't done that last time and I kind of want to get them done with, and I couldn't do them easily. So yeah. So far nothing, because I just started like a minute ago. But I want to build stuff and do progress story, so realistically you haven't missed much. It's a story game, but like the story's just like, hey, here's a task, can you do it? So like, I mean, if you want to go watch the original first stream, like you can, but you don't really need to, I don't think. I do want to clean up my inventory now. I love how I made gear and I still haven't needed to use it. Like, I made better gear, but like, I just want to break the original one that it doesn't take up inventory space. But to start off with, we have a battle, so we have to defend the town, which I may as well do now before we build, because it's just going to get destroyed again. By my knobbly knees, Magic Z, I have terrible news. It seems the monsters plan to attack us again and in greater force than ever. We do have the stone stockade on our side and stronger weapons than ever before, but still. We must not let our guard down. Be sure all your weapons and unguents are close at hand and be ready to face the enemy down. Yeah, I'm ready for the battle. It's realistically probably not going to be that hard. I have played the game before after all, so... But I am using down tier weapons, so I'm using weapons from like forever ago. But it adds extra challenge, so you know what, it doesn't matter. I mean, the stone sword is still pretty good, to be fair. Even if I have copper tools. It feels weird having enemies that move slow. I kinda got used to the second game, where enemies usually move quite quickly. Although this game has much, like, better combat than the second game, in my opinion. Combat is like a much bigger focus in this one, which is kind of nice. But it's not outlandishly difficult either. It's a good balance, I like it. It's a bit buggy though. For some reason the Switch version hitboxes aren't like properly lined up or something. And it can sometimes act weird on big enemies, which is a bit of a bummer. But it makes sense, because the Switch version was just like, made like 2 years after the game was just done being developed, so it was really rushed. These guys usually have weird hitboxes. I'm not seeing it too much, but it was there where, yeah, you saw it did not hit there on one of them. The hitboxes have been funky for a while. where sometimes you'll hit and it won't count it because it doesn't realize you hit it. And for some reason, the bigger the enemy, the more often it happens. Oh great, yeah, this is what I thought. We are getting the red teleportal. Okay, well, I'll explain what that is in a second, I suppose, because, you know, you haven't been here the whole time. No automation, but base building, it's like a restoration building game. You have to restore a town that's been destroyed, and there's like a bit of story element to it. Basically, just the NPCs are there to kind of help you guide you along in the right direction, basically. And then these portals are the way that you get to like go get new materials and stuff. So this will unlock a new island. So now I have, I believe it's the desert or something. I mean, I saw it in the distance, and I've obviously played the game before, so yeah, it is the desert. This will get us better stuff once again. I'm not gonna go in there yet, though, because I want to actually accept the quests first, because I'm sure there's gonna be all these quests for different areas. But first, I want to actually welcome the new guy. You, I finally made it. I found the source of the light. Look at all these beautiful buildings. I'd heard the rumors, but I never imagined it'd be anything like this. Hold on, you didn't build this whole town yourself, did you? Yep, I did. But that would mean you must be him, the builder. Great goddess above, this is incredible. I can't believe I'm meeting the real live builder in the real life flesh. So you're rebuilding the ruins of Cantlin, are you? The city that was once watched over by the giant golem. My name's Sheridan, by the way. I was traveling the world for a long, long time, before I finally found my way to this place. I know I don't have much to offer, but I would gladly tell you of the lands I've seen on my way here. I can't say how much use you can make of information like that, but I'm happy to tell you all I know. If it's alright with you, I'll settle in straight away. Yeah, it is true that I still have, like, 2 dirt houses. I was gonna rebuild them, but the thing is, this fortress, like this wall, gets bigger. It becomes a lot bigger. And I don't remember how much bigger. And since I want it here, it's going to be pushed back. So I don't want to restore these 2 buildings yet, because I don't know exactly where to position them. I want to get the bigger fortress blueprint first, so I know how big it is. Now, I believe I remember this quest, so it's not a big issue. Wow, Magic Z, now that you've got that new teleportal, you can go to a whole new island. You know, I've been doing a lot of cooking lately. I'm itching to try out some of the new recipes I've dreamed up. For example, I thought I could stuff some chimera's beaks with plumberries and grasshoppers, and then boil them up in a mixture of earth and blue goo. When I told Rolo my idea, he said he'd die if he had to eat something like that. So Magic Z, I was wondering if you could show me one of the new recipes you've invented. Something that tastes really tasty but doesn't make you die. I know you're really busy doing things for Rolo and everyone else, so I don't mind if you can't help me right away. This isn't the quest I thought it was, but I do know what it is. This is actually one of the few quests that isn't explained to you and you just have to guess. But I do remember what it is. You have to make a burger. By my elegant eyelashes, Magic Z, my boy, you found another teleportal. A fortuitous find indeed. I was just talking to our new friend Sheridan, you see. He told me where we might find the legendary blacksmith I mentioned earlier, or rather that blacksmith's descendant. And it seems the island where this man was last seen is on the other side of that very teleportal. If you could persuade that smith to join our town, there's no end to the mighty arms and armors we could build. Now be sure that new teleportal is firmly in place and go track down that man. Yeah, so we need to get iron tools, essentially. Well, we need to discover the blacksmith to discover how to make iron tools. It's the right wording that I was looking for. Actually, let's not go right now. I wanted to check date time and I hit the button before even looking. It's already almost night. It's gonna be just annoying to go at night. I know where it is, so like I can get there, but it's annoying. There's no point in me traveling at night, because the night is way darker in this original game. Oh great, and a dream too. The light shines in the darkness. Images begin to form in Magic Z's mind. With that, I might pass all the remaining days of my life alone with my beloved. Yet the knowledge that a monster might rob us of this simple joy at any moment weighed heavy upon my mind. But all shall be well when thou defeatest the Dragon Lord. Goddess speed, you brave adventurer. To be alone with my beloved is to forget all that threaten it in this world. But alas, I cannot put her plight entirely from my thoughts. For my lover informs me that, were our world to be destroyed, our love, too, must surely perish. And yet, I know in my heart that we shall soon be redeemed from this peril, for thou art the scion of Erdrick, hero of legend. When dark dots spread across the land, light shall return by Erdrick's hand. God, this old English is so hard to read. That was my dear departed grandsir's favorite phrase. O Almighty Goddess, we pray that the ancient teachings hold true. May the light shine upon the brave's quest. Seems like a memory of something that happened long, long ago. Yeah, I can tell. But whether it was his own memory or somebody else's, Magic Z can't remember. I'm actually kind of glad we got that now, because it means we won't get it later, right when we come back to do the building and stuff, so that's actually kind of convenient. Let's go check out the portal. We need to find a blacksmith and some cooking. Now, the cooking is easy, if I recall, but, you know. First block of sands. I don't think I'll need sand, but that would be safe than sorry, I suppose. May as well get a little bit of it. Right, we're gonna get a bunch of scorpions. Oh god, these guys hit hard, I forgot about that. Thing is, I need a piece of meat from these guys. So I need to kill a few of them. Unfortunately, they do not drop it every time, so I have to get lucky to an extent. Usually it's not that hard to do, but they don't seem too interested in dropping a piece. Come here, bunny. Ow. I mean, to be fair, I could wear my armor, but like, as I said, I want to destroy this old one, that way it doesn't just use up an inventory slot. I should have a person here. Hey you, you're that Magic Z boy Cloverina was talking about. I really hate you humans, but Cloverina told us we have to help you. And what she says goes. I'll give you the lowdown on the local area, but nothing more. This place is called the Damdera Desert. There's never been anything here for as long as anyone remembers. Well, I say there's nothing here, but there's still all sorts of materials you won't find near Hammerton Heights. If you're into that sort of thing, you should take a look around. Yeah, it's iron. I saw it. Yeah, there it is. There's some iron in these dunes here. I saw it while walking over to this guy. Well, we're going to need some of it, so I suppose let's collect a bit of it, but there's a few other things too. Obviously the blacksmith is in that direction, marked by the quest marker, but there's also a person here, I believe. Yes, I remembered correctly. Thou can see me. How very unexpected. This is a rare one indeed that can see a denizen of the spirit realm such as I. What manner of man am I? I was once a culinarian of much renown. I created the most sophisticated dishes unlike aught the realm had ever seen before. The pinnacle of my work was the invention of the brick barbecue. Alas, I never did get the chance to share my ingenious idea with the world. The enticing aromas of my very last meal attracted a band of roving monsters. But my dish of spiced plumberries not enough to satisfy their hunger, they slew me. Be wary, traveler, with great cuisine comes great danger. Yep, I kind of suspected that was going to happen, because I remembered something fishy about this area. Fighting scorpions is really annoying. Well, there's the armor gone, so that's one thing less to worry about. I can actually use my copper armor for like half a second. Nice. Now slaying the monsters. This is a pity. I was hoping to offer thee a waiter's role in my spectral restaurant. But since thou can see me, perhaps there is another role thou mightst fulfill. I bid thee assume my mantle to carry on my legacy of culinary research and make use of the secrets I did uncover. Go out into the land of the living and become the greatest culinarian in the world. What says thou? This is an offer few would refuse. Will now become the one and only head chef of Elfgard. I suppose so, because I want your brick barbecue. What, thou art too busy building to turn your hand to anything else? Thou art a fool, and does not see that cooking is but another form of building. It's not a simple matter of filling empty stomachs. Each meal bringeth hope and happiness to hearts of those who consume it. Shouldst thou truly hope to save this world, I urge thee to continue my work. I shall teach thee how to build brick barbecue. Cast all thou might, but thou shalt be taught. Although I do agree that I have better things to do, I do want a barbecue, so... you know, I will happily take it. However, it does mean that I need to get iron now, because we're at that stage in the game. I don't need it yet, but I want the giant palisade or whatever, so I need to make progress even though I want to just build for the time being. I do need to make a bit of progress by discovering the blacksmith, which is right over here. Oh, hello, Magic Z. What are you doing here? I could ask you the same question. Rollo sent you here to look for the blacksmith, did he? And you came running straight away. I suppose, honestly, that weirdly beardy's got you working like his own personal dog's body. You want to know what I'm doing here? Yeah, you're an imposter, I remember you. Why don't you leave that lazy old geezer behind and run away with me? How about no? I remember what this is. In hell, yeah. I remember the first time that I fought this, I was very confused. Because I did not read the dialogue, and I was very confused. But this was also 10 years ago at this point, so... you know, now I know better. Damn, I forgot how much range enemies have. It is nice though, because it makes the combat a bit more rewarding. Although to be fair, I'm not even using my copper sword. So it's not like there's much eventful going on. Hey, I get the key. Perfect. There's no point in me even killing these scorpions. They're of no valuable purpose to this existence anymore. Just a waste of time to try and kill. Because they're really tough and they give nothing. Don't I have an hammer? Yeah, I do. Okay, good. There are so many of them, it's actually impressive. Of course, the key went into the colossal coffer, so I have to try and go find it. Although good old sort button puts it right at the top usually, so that is taken care of. I want the door. Huh, who are you? Seeing as how you've made it here, I take it you got the better of that guard. But more importantly, what are you doing around here in the first place? Huh? Building your own city, are you? And you're looking for a certain blacksmith to help you out. Then you're in luck, lad. If you want a blacksmith, you've come to the right place. I'm Magnus, heir of the legendary Magog. But let's save the proper introductions for later, eh? You can tell me all about this town of yours when you're there. Good. I kind of want to... Oh, I can't take a plain... Oh wait, I can take the floor. I do want flagstone blocks. Flagstone is always useful. Of course, the scorpions peeking through the window. You know, something crazy that I've thought about is that I've never played a Dragon Quest game despite liking the Builders lineup of Dragon Quest games so much. Granted, there's only 2 Builders games, and I'm still kind of delusionally hoping that they'll make a 3rd one sometime soon, although it's been like... What? It came out in 2018, so it's been 8 years now that I've been waiting for another Dragon Quest Builders game. So it does kind of feel like a delusion at this point, but, you know, there's always a chance, you know, that a miracle happens, and that we get a Dragon Quest Builders 3. But for now, I'm going back to where it all started, so... I got the urge to play the first game again, so I will finish the first game again, even if it takes me a while. Finding Ruby, but I didn't even know you could build anything with Ruby in this first chapter. I don't think you can. I just can't see us being able to get Naughty Lights, because they need gold. So what else could Ruby possibly be used for? I guess it's just there as a decoration, I suppose. Well, there's a light out here, but nothing else. How useful. Usually sometimes when there's a light, there's a chest, but there's nothing. Now there's the, like, gravestone guy. We could go try and get him. It's just a bit of a challenge trying to fit through. I wonder if that is an enemy. I wonder if this is closer to that area. Yeah, this is a little bit closer. This is really hard on tool durability, but in theory, aha, it should work. Okay, well there's the ghosts. We have not met with them yet, surprisingly. But I guess this is a great time to introduce these guys. The ghosts come in at night, and they are quite an inconvenience. They're not too deadly, they're just annoying and just get in your way a lot. So I don't particularly like exploring at night because of them. But here is the cemetery I was looking for. Well, 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 what brings a human to my little island? You've got a lot of guts to come out here on your own, boy. I'm not one of your wimpy Amberhood friends. I'm a big bad brownie and we hate humans. Now get out of my sight. Oh, hold on, human. You didn't come all this way to pay your respect to your dead human friends, did you? So if that's what you want, I can teach you how to make gravestones for them yourself. Don't get the wrong idea, I still hate you humans, so listen up, because I'm only going to tell you once. Alright. That is one thing taken care of. Great, and there's 2 goats already, too. They're multiplying. There's nothing else here, right? There's a couple decorative things, I believe. Yeah, there's a cook fire and fences over here. I don't think we can make fences in this first chapter, so this is actually a rare item. I'm not going to use it, but I will grab it, because it is rare, after all. Isn't there a way we can see how many items we pick up? I don't think you can you? Items? No. Status. Different items obtained, yeah. I would like to do the, like, secret objectives. I'm not gonna do the Cantlin Garden, obviously. But it would be nice to do them. But I have not yet. One of them is obtain 200 different items. We're only at 120 right now. But we've got a bit of story progress to go, so it's not a huge deal. Where is Magrog, or whatever his name is? I forgot. What is your name? Oh, I can't talk to you. Lame. Anyway, let's start going back. Don't really have anything else to do out here. Unless there's something this way. No, just empty. Alright. Try and dodge the ghosts. I guess I could collect more of the blocks here. We're gonna need a lot of these, I don't remember what they're called. Flagstone? No, flagstone's the floor. What are these called? I never remember. Yeah, just stone walls, okay. We're gonna need quite a lot of these, so may as well grab the free ones that we can get. At least I'm starting to get a hang of the controls again, so I'm getting used to it. Still not used to the joysticks, because playing on full-size joysticks after playing on mini joysticks for a really long time is just insanely hard to get used to. Well, it's daytime again, so at least it's peaceful. I don't think there's anything else I want to grab. I could obviously get more iron, but I think I'm doing alright. I do believe there is something at the arch here. I believe there was a hidden secret. And I do kind of want to get anything that I can get, so... If I am not mistaken, is it this guy? I know there's someone that gives a seed of life, I believe. Hello, human. I'm a hammerhead. Cumberina told us all about you. She said that we saw a human who looked like he was about to fall asleep. We should help him. But what are you doing in Damdar, human? We must have walked for ages to get here all the way from Cantlin. It's just such a long way. Huh? You use the teleportal? That sounds like a really convenient thingamajig. I wish I could get back home that quickly. Okay, so it's not him. It's probably up there. There's a pod up there. I believe that's probably it. I should do this on the other side where you won't see it as we're walking by. Read. There's a message written on the piece of paper. Turn me over. Turns the piece of paper over. There's something stuck to the other side. As you see, it contains a seed of life. Yeah, I knew there was a secret here. With the archway. Remembering all these cool little secrets is actually quite fun. I know there's a lot of stuff I definitely missed in the caves in the first portal. But we need to go get there to get more blocks. So we'll take care of that while we're going back there. Because there's the garden that I missed. And I know that it's somewhere out there. So that's something to consider. I remember a garden that we have to fix up, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe it's in the vicinity of the castle, but we missed it last time. For now, I just want to get the back. Make some progress on this stuff, you know. Enter. I forgot to put the navi globe down. I was so just busy trying to get up there that I forgot to even do the must-do, which is to grab the navi globe to have it discovered. And just put it right down next to the chest. Because I don't need that, to be honest. The maps really aren't that big. It's not... It takes a lot of effort to get lost. I'm a bad back. You've done it again, Magic Z. You've brought the blacksmith back to Cantlin. What's that? You met a monster that looked just like Pippa and she was guarding Magnus's cell? That is just as I feared. The monsters are watching our every move. How else could they have known about Pippa and myself? No doubt they captured Magnus expressly to lure us into their trap. These fiends are not to be underestimated. We must redouble our defenses. Before that good work, if you're not already done so, I recommend you speak with Magnus and learn from him everything that you can. Will do. Actually, I'll talk to you first. Magic Z, I've been talking with Sheridan, our resident traveler-in-chief. He tells me that the land from which you rescued Magnus was once known as Damdare. He also tells that a vast wealth of treasure is hidden within the Great Pyramid that stands there now. The Cantlin Chronicle mentions ancient fire-breathing statues called evil idols, and Sheridan assures me they form part of the monster's horde. If we had those statues, we could build an even stronger stockade in which to defend our town. So go, Majesty, for the sake of our town and its continued safety. Travel to Damdara, enter its pyramid, and return with 2 evil idols. But make sure you are well prepared. It is said that these evil idols are nigh indestructible. You must take the strongest weapon you can find if you mean to dislodge them. Yeah, we need iron... We need an iron hammer, if I'm not mistaken. Or did you build this whole place yourself? No doubt about it then, you're that boy they was always telling stories about. The legendary builder. If you don't mind, I'll make myself at home. I ain't anything special, but I'll help you whatever way I can. There's just one thing that bothers me. This land you're building on, this is where the old fortress city of Cantlin used to be, isn't it? Do you think it's true what they say that the place was pounded into the ground by a giant golem? Mostly do, yeah. What's that? The golem didn't destroy Cantlin, it protected the place? Well, it all happened hundreds of years ago now, so I suppose we'll never know what really happened. But the story I've heard was passed down by the survivors themselves. I can't see why they'd lie about a thing like that. Anyway, seeing as how you're the legendary builder and I'm the descendant of the legendary blacksmith, I should probably teach you the secrets of making iron arms, like what my father taught me and his father taught him. Of course, you'll need plenty of good iron to get started if you're running low. The Damdare Desert's full of this stuff. Yeah, we got quite a bit. Not an absurd amount, but we got some, and now we're unlocking all the variations of iron tools and equipment, of course. As expected, when you discover a new metal, you discover all the things related to it. Now, can I make that right now? Yes, okay. How much? I shouldn't do all of it. I don't need all of it, either. I don't have enough coal to make all of it, even if I wanted to. Ornamental swords, don't care. Ornamental armor, probably gonna need it, but not right now. What I want to make is 2 things. 1, a sledgehammer to go get those idols. And 2, where is it? I think it's in here instead. a shovel. Which sounds counterproductive, but we'll need it for something, so may as well. If we need to do the garden, I know we need a cactus, and we need a shovel to pick up a cactus, so, you know, may as well do things right. And go do our thing. Alright, so mission recap. We need to get a cactus and idols from, if I'm not mistaken, the giant pyramid we saw in the distance. Now, getting cactus is pretty easy. You just shovel them. I don't know how many pieces we need, so I'll get a couple. And then let's go check out those idols. We need to go grab the idols. I believe it is straight ahead for the most part. The quest marker is staying straight ahead, and I believe it is straight ahead, so we're gonna go straight ahead, and yep, there it is. I knew a pyramid was somewhere this way. So you gotta make sure the water isn't deadly as we get chased by the giant golems. Casual music change, as is a must when you go into a creepy area. Alright, there's a bunch of hidden things in this area too, isn't there? Don't remember where all of it is, sadly. I believe one's behind a dirt. Yeah, there it is. I know there was something behind a weird dirt wall. But there's something else, right? No, this goes up. There's something hidden around. I just don't remember what it is. Oh, great, I'm hungry too. Let's solve that issue. But there's nothing here. Lame. That's actually devious though, to put vines here and not have anything there. Oh, more vines. Let me guess. Something hidden. This time. Of course. They put a bait and then put the actual thing. That's smart though. Ooh, right, it's the featherfall boots that are here. But, yeah, this chapter only has one, so these are 100% fall damage protection. Which means I can no longer take fall damage as long as I have these equipped. Boom, 0. That is a good find, actually. May as well take these lights, because instead of just spending all the resources on them, why not steal them? And there's like a million anyway. And it would be a wasted opportunity not to do it. And a fireplace. That was unexpected of an item to find here. Although I will welcome it, because if I have room I could place that somewhere. I don't know where I'd put it. It would be nice in the bedroom, but the bedroom's gonna be tiny at this rate. So, who knows? I don't even know where I'm going. I believe it's this way. This is basically like a mini maze. Yeah, I think it's here. And this, if there's a staircase, it's the right way. So, yeah, it is here. Alright, cool. Here's the idols that I love so much. Now, I believe... Alright, you can't really see as well. I believe you can cheese this a bit, and I think I tried this once, but I don't think I showed it off. I don't think it was in the series that I did back in the day. But you can escape through the roof instead of having to leave. So I want to try and do it. Let's see. Boom. First evil idol. Actually, I should take these first. Before I obliterate the place, I should take anything valuable out of it. You can't make these blocks, so just in case I want a couple of them, I may as well loot the place. Don't want to break the idol just yet, however. Because once I break it, we have to leave. Or just I get flamed by it before we do that. It is a must-have. How dare you disturb our prayers? Do not think you will get away with this, human. Yeah, joke's on you, I will. Use cameraing and fly back to base? Of course. Goodbye. It is such a cooler escape than just going out the door and running away from the monsters. To just escape through the ceiling. Like, it is infinitely better. By my slender belly, Magic Z, you've recovered the evil idols. Now that these fearsome statues are ours, we can build the steel stockade the Cantlin Chronicle describes. Should we really be building such a showy structure, you ask? Mercy, my boy, you've been talking with LaRouche and Magnus, I take it. You're worried that if we build the city back to its former glory, a certain massive monster won't take too kindly to it, am I right? Not really, I'm not that worried about it. Wahaha, do you really believe that rubbish? Do not worry, my boy. With your building skills and my immense intellect, we have nothing to fear. Cantlin will soon be back to its bustling best, and there's not a thing the horrid lord of the monsters can do about it. Just leave everything to me, wahaha. Oh, we have another attack. Interesting. Let's do it, I guess, then. By my immense intellect, Magic Z, yet again, the monsters plan an attack against our home. Those beasts just won't learn their lesson. With the strength of our defenses and the might of our weapons, we shall drive them off. Magic Z, my boy, are you ready for a fight? For now, yes. Should fight with a shovel, it would be funny. No, don't you break my bedroom. Actually, please do break the bedroom. The more you break it, the less I have to care about it anymore. And these tools are a bit outdated. I might have to step up the copper sword. I was kind of hoping to break the stone sword, but for this it's not really working. The monsters are actually starting to put up a fight now, so I can't just really be all that newbie about it and just neglect upgrading my weaponry. Of course, there is the Skelly boys just running around instead of getting trapped. Dodge the guy that's running, of course, that's the must-have. I'd like to have you be this way, please. Oh, we start taking damage. That is a hard hit. Medicinal herb. I've never made medicinal herb. Dang, I must have forgot. I wanted to make some, but I guess I just forgot. That's another discovered item, though, I suppose, at least. Okay, well, of course, the big guy just busted the entire barricade down. At least he's not destroying anything particularly badly. There you go. Job well done. It is another battle survived. Alright, I think we're gonna have to do a few things before we can actually build the barricade, or whatever it's called. Steel palisade. Build the steel palisade, we need steel. Seems like the rate of your city's expanding has got the monsters in a bit of a panic. Dragon Lords had the whole Ralphgar by the shortened release for hundreds of years now. This might be your chance to turn the tables. If you're gonna clear that darkness from the sky, you're gonna have to be quick about it. I reckon it's time you started preparing to take on the boss of monsters. The secret of making a furnace, the ultimate in smithing equipment, has been handed down in my family for generations. If we had one of them, we could smelt steel and shape it into fiercely powerful weapons and armor. I'll show you how to build that thing. The actual building I'll leave up to you, alright? Yep, I need to make the furnace, as I kind of suspected a bit earlier. Now, we shouldn't need this anymore in a dream world. And I'm missing something. We need more iron. Of course we do. I don't want to make too much iron because I don't have much coal. Didn't mean to talk to you again. I want to find the furnace again. There you go. We need to upgrade our forge into a furnace. If I put this down, do you get upset? No. Okay, perfect. Nice work, Magic Z. Now we can make some properly tasty weapons. With a furnace, you can smelt steel, and steel weapons are a fair sight stronger than what you've been using so far. Just like the weapons they had back then. You've been to the castle out behind the Hammerhood village, haven't you, Magic Z? Yes, and I plan to go back there. I've heard that one of my ancestors holed himself up in that fortress after Cantlin fell. But the people living there turned on each other and started arguing among themselves. They all started to suspect one another of everything under the sun, and in the end, they drew their weapons. Oh, what do you think the golem who was watching over them thought of all that, huh? I wouldn't be too surprised if he was still around here somewhere, watching over Cantlin even now. If it was him who destroyed this place, I can't help thinking he might have had a pretty good reason. But anyway, good work, Magic Z. Now go and make yourself some decent equipment, and teach the monsters not to mess with us. Yay. It's been a while. Can we build the palisade now? I want to make the steel barricade so I know how big it is, but I just can't. I don't remember how big it is. I don't remember what you need to actually get the quest to do it. What do you even want again? Magic Z, have you noticed how the monsters have been attacking more aggressively lately? Not only do they arrive in greater numbers, but their troops are more powerful too. It really seems like we've caught the Dragon Lord's attention. We can't just sit here twiddling our thumbs while he builds up his army. We need to ready the strongest weapons and armor we can and meet the Dragon Lord's forces head on. That's why we need to fit out a special room to store these arms so that we can draw them at a moment's notice. I know if we put some ornamental armor and ornamental swords in the dressing room, we could use it as an armory. Please, Magic Z, turn our dressing room into an armory. We need to be ready for battle at any time. Right, I forgot about the armory, which is not what I wanted to do at the moment, but I guess we could. Also, a welcome in. Honestly, it's probably the simple answer of eventually you just move on to a different game. But for some reason I just keep coming back to this game, and I feel like it's only right to come back to it for its like 10-year anniversary at this point. So it's coming up sooner than I thought. I thought the game get released late into the game. Late into the year that it released on, but in Japan it actually released on January 28th. instead of October everywhere else. So its 6-year anniversary, that's 6-year anniversary, 10-year anniversary is a lot closer than I thought it was. It's in like less than 2 weeks. Anyway, I'm gonna keep working on this. I don't... Actually, I do think I remember this quest. You've gone and done it again, haven't you, Magic Z? Building that furnace. How many times do I have to tell you? Should you keep this up, the monsters will bring their full force to bear on us. And I don't just mean any old monsters. Should mankind grow up too powerful, that ruinous beast will return to make short work of us all. In fact, I fear he may already be on his way. Magic Z, do you think you could do me a favor? I've drawn up plans for a watchtower that will let us keep watch over a far greater distance. I'd like you to build it just as I've designed. I'm sure that's well within the abilities of a builder like you, but please hurry, we may not have much time. Yeah, I remember this weird tower that looks really ugly. I didn't think it was at this point in the game, but I remember building this thing and just despising everything about it. Sad to hear you didn't get very far into the game, actually. It's a surprisingly good game. It's pretty short if you skip all the dialogue, but that makes sense. Compared to the second game, it is still kind of short. But like, it is it's a very good game. It's worth finishing if you haven't. And the second one is even better if you haven't played it either. The second game is like infinitely longer. Even if you're like trying to beat it as fast as you can, it's going to take you more than 100 hours. It is such a huge amount of improvements. It's insane. It depends. I think it's a very good game for the time. I think the second game is just both of those combined, however. I think this game definitely could be better looking back on it now. But like, it's still like a 9 out of 10 in my opinion. For the kind of games it released alongside, for it being like the first thing like the first in its like series, I don't know, for it being like a gamble game where it's like a first of its kind for a studio and all that, like considering everything, it's really good. And I've played it way too much, honestly. I've played it way too much. I mean, you can see just in this chapter I have all 5 save slots filled. I have, I think, all of them filled other than the last chapter. And then I deleted a lot of my saves because you can only have 5 at a time. And then I originally played the game on PlayStation when it came out and not on Switch. So I have some saves on there too. So I don't even know anymore how many times I've played the game. But I've loved it every single time, so I think that's kind of a testament to how well this game has aged. It's very replayable too, which is a very big part of it. You can replay it a bunch of times without really getting too bored. Now, I don't care about building this watchtower if I don't have to, so let's see if building the... Where is this? It's in here, isn't it? Let's see if building the... Right, I need more iron. I need to make iron again. I'm gonna have to go get more coal. I'm not gonna have enough coal to be making steel. I have never played Dragon Warrior or even heard of it, so I guess that's another game I'll have to look into. I don't think the materials are that grindy. I think it can be repetitive because you get like an average amount and then you usually need a bit more than that. I think it's reasonable. It's just gonna be annoying constantly. Oh, that was a Western. Yeah, I haven't played any of the regular Dragon Quest games, which is ironic. I've played both Dragon Quest Builders, but none of the original Dragon Quest games. It's been on my list of things I want to do, but I haven't really had the time, and I haven't really been willing to invest into doing it. For some reason, I just never bothered to check out Dragon Quest, even though I like the Dragon Quest Builders lineup. And I think it's just because I don't like the style of game that the Dragon Quests actually are. I don't remember what style it is, but I don't really like just games where you run around fighting things. Which I'm pretty sure is what the actual original Dragon Quest lineup of games are. Yeah, RPGs. I mean, maybe I'd get into it if I tried. But it's not high on my priorities of things I want to try out at the moment. It's just like, it's something I'd like to do eventually, but it's not like up there. This, yeah, okay, cool. That's all you needed for an armory. I actually remembered correctly. Wow, this armor is exactly how I imagined it. Thank you so much. Now we'll be able to equip ourselves with stronger weapons than ever before. But still, I can't help wondering, why weren't Cantlin's guards able to keep the city safe? From what I've heard, there was even supposed to be a giant friendly golem guarding the town gates. And what's more, the city was very heavily fortified. Its walls should have been able to withstand almost any attack. For Cantlin to have fallen, they must have been attacked by an absolutely overwhelming army. Unless the attack came from within the city walls. Oh, sorry, Majesty. I'm sure you have far more important things to do than listen to me wittering on. Thanks again. Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious now that... Yeah, the game is... Well, I mean, I don't know the original lore, but I know that it's built off of lore from the Dragon Quest games. That is one thing that I learned over the years. I just don't know it. But it is actually the original Dragon Quest 1. Okay, interesting. Because, yeah, I learned that a lot of it's just, like, a follow-up to existing lore that was already, like, made or something. Or something around that. I'm guessing those are all the references to, like, the Scion of Erdrick or whatever it is. I'm guessing that is the lore. Alright, this bedroom is broken because I just let it get broken. I was gonna rebuild it, but yeah. That makes a lot of sense. That also explains why all of these songs have their original variants. Way more popularized than the versions in this game. Because if you look up the songs, it gives you the original Dragon Quest ones from all those years back. Which are slightly different, actually. But they almost sound cooler because they're like actually played by instrument. What was it that I even wanted to do? Oh right, I need to make that burger. I guess I have no choice but to do it by now. Can I do it in this? No, that's the whole gimmick. You need to get the barbecue, which I did, but I don't think I have bricks. Because I'm stupid and forgot. I think I forgot to get bricks. I just didn't want to build anything with bricks. Oh no, I do have bricks. Oh right, I have them from earlier. Damn, W move on my part. When I fought the scorpion, I picked up the bricks. Wait, no, it wasn't that. I picked up bricks somewhere. It wasn't in the damn Dara Desert, though. That's why I didn't expect to have any of them. Big Rune Castle. That would probably be the last chapter, then. Because third one's coal, obviously, and that is the ruined base. The last one is the big castle, where you rebuild Tantagel, and that's a castle again. Unless you mean... Oh, you probably mean the one that I want to go to, but I can't, because I keep getting distracted. I'm guessing you mean the one in the blue teleportal, which is also fairly big and ruined. I keep forgetting what I'm doing. I want to unlock the upgraded version of the defense barricade. That way I can know how big it is. I don't want to just load an old save and just kind of do it the cheesy way. And just kind of cheat it, even though it's not really cheating it. I just want to know the dimensions before I start building these other 2 rooms I want to make. Because I don't remember it. I think it's 5 blocks long, but I don't actually know for sure. But you know what, forget it. I'm gonna go just get materials. I need to go to that castle I believe you are talking about anyway to get more materials. So I may as well just go now. I need to make hammers though. Or giant mallets, technically. So they're all gonna break and then I'll be stuck there. You probably did, because it's just at the end of the blue teleportal that you get the castle. There's... one well, there's multiple, I guess, technically. I was gonna say there's only 2 castles, but no, there's way more. There's like 4. You can build one in this one using the blocks. There's the one that's ruined that I reckon you went to. Then there's the one in Tantagel that you actually have to rebuild. And then there's like 2 more that you go explore in Tantagel. So there's actually like a million. And I'm just like misremembering everything. I don't know, I haven't played in a while, but I played the game so much back in the day that I still have like most of the game memorized, which is like weird, because I don't remember it when I'm just doing things. But as soon as I start playing the game and getting into it, all the memories just come back and I just know everything again, which feels very weird. Because I just forget what I'm doing in most of the games I play now, because I play so many different games that none of them ever like stick for much longer than like a couple weeks. And then I just forget everything about them. But it's interesting how this one, I just remember everything still, even after all this time. Yeah, there's this house here that I fixed up. I should sleep just to reset the day. I don't need to, but I want to explore around as well. And I don't want to have to build a bedroom in the castle. I might have to anyway, but, you know, doesn't matter. I have the stuff, I believe. No, I don't, actually. Dang. Yeah. So it's probably the castle that I'm going to that you ended up stopping at. It's like way out there. But I want to make a pit stop here, because I remember there's the garden here, and I want to do it. If I can. I know I'm missing stuff, though. If I recall, you have to recreate this garden. And I want to do it just for the sake of completing it, because why not? I haven't done it in a long time. How do you do this? I need to, like, get rid of everything. Yeah, I need a bunch of flowers and stuff. I did get the cactus. I remembered you needed cactus, so I'm glad I did that. Although I did not get enough, I don't think. No. Unfortunate. But hey, it's a start. Okay, well, I did not mean to pick up the other flower, but it's fine, I suppose. I'm not gonna do all of this now, but putting down what I do have would be smart. Need to put back the orange flower. The pink flowers are annoying but easy, actually. They drop... Well, the seeds drop from... What even are these things called? The weird butterfly things over here. You have a small chance to get a pink flower seed from them, so you'd have to plant it and then actually collect it after. But that's not what I want to do right now, so I'll come back to this garden later. What I want to do is explore the caves around here and get to the castle for more blocks. Get a 2-in-1 done with. Because I believe there is a special item somewhere around here. I don't remember what it is. I think it's the double jump boots, which don't even spawn every single time, which is like really annoying. Because there's genuinely a chance that you cannot get them on certain save games. And it's like such a bummer. I kind of hope it's here, but if it isn't, that's not going to be the end of the world. Alright, I think I have to go to the right. I'm going to unequip the shovel. I'm not going to need it. I don't think it would be here. Oh wait, no, it is. Cool. Okay, so we do have it. Do I have the stuff to actually do it? I don't think I do. Oh wait, no, I have this. Wait. I don't know. If someone did, I recommend playing it, because it's also good. But if you have a PC, the second one has... Actually, I guess I could show it. I can just swap to this. Oh, wait, no, I can't. Well, I can, but can't. Wait. The second one has, like, a demo, which is, like, all the way up until the first final boss. Hold on, it's just black right now, because I'm on the Steam store. Where's Dragon Quest Builders 2? Here. The second game has a free demo. Yeah, the Jumbo demo. Here, let me... It's on the wrong display because I unplugged my main display. It has the free demo, which is all the way up until the first boss on Steam for free. So you can get all the way up until the first final boss. It's like a good couple hours. So if you're not sure if you want to spend the, you know, bunch of money on it, you could try it out for free. I really enjoyed that they did this, because it's like, they didn't release it up until the Steam version for some reason. And it's only available on Steam. But it is very nice that they did that, because not a lot of games offer such long demos. It's like a very... Oh, like, it's pretty rare to have, like, actual demos nowadays. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this guy you have to bury and put a grave over it, I think. Luckily, I brought a building table, which was smart. Aha! Yeah, and I think it gives you a reward. Well, where am I? What has happened? At long last my bones have been laid to rest. Is this thy doing, my good man? Thou hast earned my most wholehearted thanks, and my treasure too. I know not what manner of man thou art, but I will pray for thy safety in all thy adventures. May the goddess watch over thee always. Majesty obtains a pair of shoes. Yay! The amount of times I've done a save game and these haven't been available is a bummer. Because they're such a cool item. It lets you double jump, which in the first game is like actually overpowered. I'm gonna take this bed. The rest I'll leave though. For some reason I used the bed that I had stored. I always keep the stuff to make a bedroom with me, so if I ever want to sleep because I'm annoyed of the night, I can just build a house wherever I am. And it's like really convenient. But it's fun, because now I can double jump. Yeah, here's the giant castle I presume you were talking about. That I keep coming to steal blocks from, because they're pretty. And I don't want to make a brick building. I'm probably going to replay through the entire game if you want to see me play through it all. That's the nice thing about me streaming on YouTube, and part of the reason why I prefer it. One, there's less bot people and viewers, and scams. But also because the streams just stay up forever, so you can just rewatch them whenever you want. But yeah, I've been just stealing all the blocks to build stuff with it. It's just I keep running out. It's a shame that you can't build these. One nice thing about the second game is eventually you can just build every single block. Not only do all the chapters, or in the second game's case, the islands, all end up merging, but you can build every single block you want, and that exists, once you're done with the story. Which is so nice. Because you can just build whatever you want at that point. I would take all the banners and stuff, but like, I don't think I have anywhere to really put them up, so I'll probably just leave them. The thing is, I kind of want grass in my town this time around, and if I want that, I obviously have to sacrifice some building space. Not sure how many blocks I'll even need. Like, how many do I have right now? Like, almost a stack? I guess I'll be safe and get some more. I'd rather not have to come back here if I don't have to. I'll have to come back anyway, because there is a dragon that I want to kill here. At least I believe I saw it earlier. Well, earlier. I saw it last stream, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, it's just somewhere out there. It's a bit further. And I kind of want to kill it because I'm pretty sure it dropped something. I do want to go to the top of this place again, though. Just to double check that I didn't forget anything. If I don't stop being a goober. You know, I could have literally double jumped and that wouldn't have been a problem. But I'm just so not used to having it. Nighttime as usual. Honestly, it's not too bad, as long as I don't fall off the entire castle. And even then, it doesn't matter, because I actually just got the feather falling boots, so we're good. Although, we're not going to be able to see the dragon anymore. Because it's the middle of the night. Great. I do kind of want to go check it out. Do I have... Nah, I only have a copper sword. I don't think you can kill it with copper gear. I didn't make any iron gear before leaving, because quite frankly, I don't need it. But I don't think the copper sword damages the dragons at all. I do kind of still want to go check it out. I think I'm just going to grab a couple more of these foundation blocks and go check out the dragon, because I am actually curious. I know there's 3 of them, and I know one of them is, like, in the regular town area. I believe one of them is back here, but I don't know where the 3rd one is. If I'm right about this one, then it's probably somewhere in Gamdera. But I believe there's a dragon behind one of these mountains. If I remember correctly, there is. I might not, though. May as well check out the cave first. I don't think there's anything around here, but better be safe than sorry. Yeah, there he is. I thought there was a dragon over here. He's literally just above me. I guess let's find out if I can actually attack him or not. I don't think I have... No, I don't have a forge, so... Well, I can make one, I guess, but... I don't want to waste my coal on that, to be honest. I'll just come back later. I don't think I can attack him with this. I can attack him, but it does no damage, pretty much. I mean, it's doable. It's doable, but I'm not gonna suffer through it. I'll just be patient and come back. What I'll do is I'll do all three of them at once. I'll be able to just take care of all the dragons at the same time. That'll be like way easier and way more fun. I mean, I have steel at this point, I just need coal. Like, I can make the best weapons if I wanted to. It's just I haven't needed to, so I haven't really been rushing it. I want to build, mostly, but I need more stuff. Oh, well, I could just take this coal. Of course, there's nothing in the cave, but there's a ton of coal, so... Boom. I think this will solve our coal shortage. Oh no, okay. I was gonna say, only 11? There's no way that was just 11. There you go, 56 coal. That'll last the rest of this chapter. Hopefully, unless I do something crazy with it. I don't think I will. We'll grab a bit of extra copper, because we need copper for something, if I recall. I don't know. I guess I could Chimera Wing back. Do I need anything else? I don't think I do. I just kind of like to go back through the Hammerhood area, but I could do that later. I wanted to see if I miss any caves on the way back, but outside of the graveyard, there's nothing I'm missing, I don't think. I have the world map, I have the boots. I don't remember any other items other than the graveyard, which I could fix. Because I did get the gravestone recipe now. Right, I was making the meal. Might as well just finish that, because if I don't, like, it's really easy, and if I don't, then it's just dragging on forever. I need to get meat to make a burger. And I got so unlucky with the drops that I could never get meat from the Lappycorns. Which is what I like to call these guys, if they can spawn. Yeah, these guys. They can drop meat, but they really haven't been enjoying it. I've just kept getting medicinal leaves instead. I know they drop meat because they're the only source of meat in this chapter, so they literally have to give it to me or then I'm just stuck. But the scorpions are very annoying. There you go. Took long enough. Bunny corn steak, that's what I need. I tried to get it earlier and I couldn't. I need to make a steak, and then I already made the bread, so I'll be able to make a burger. Which is what I believe I need to finish the quest. And if I get this off, I can get that other bit of cactus I was missing. Okay. No, I need to do this. No, not the ground again. Get up here. I need the tip of the cactus, I believe, for that garden that I was missing. I was missing a piece. I think it was the tip. Hopefully we can get to the fun stuff after this. I think we might have to build a watchtower, which is fine. It's not that hard. I want to get the barricade quest, but it's way further down the line than I thought. Which is unfortunate, because I wanted to build today, not do story stuff the entire time. But yeah, I need to make a bunny burger. A bunny burger, not the bunny burner. Bunny burger. I think this is enough. Yes. I don't have to make the advanced one. Wow, Majesty, you invented a whole new type of food. What did you say it was called? A burger? What is it burg? And more importantly, can I have it? Yeah, if I say no, you're not gonna let me finish the quest, so I kinda have to give it to you. Yay, thanks, Magic Z. I'll eat it later. I'm not very hungry right now. Oh, and by the way, I've invented an exciting new recipe too. First you take a skeleton skull and fill it up with earth, and drake's tails, and plum berries. Then you boil it in a sauce made from earth mixed with orange oil. I'm still working out the details, but I think it's nearly ready for Rollo to do a taste test. Yeah, that sounds horrific, so I think I'll just stick to being the one that does the cooking. Yeah, we have to do the watchtower. Okay. That's fine. Let's do a watchtower building any percent speedrun. Pretty much. I bet I can build this thing pretty quick. I remembered. Oh wait, no, I'm missing stuff to do it. Wait, no, I do. I have ivy. I was gonna say I don't have ivy. I need this. I need this. I need a brazier. Boom, boom, boom. I literally have this blueprint memorized at this point. I believe goes up one more, then doesn't go up, then goes up all the way up there. Can I build this thing without checking the blueprint once? Let's see. Where's the ivy? I think it's on the right. Yes, no, the left, not the right. Yeah. Boom. The world's ugliest watchtower that I hate so much. Or at least I used to hate so much. Now I think it's kind of just funny that it forces you to build a crappy build so far into the Git chapter. Oh, Matty Z, you finally finished a watchtower. I hope it wasn't too much trouble. No, in fact it took me 10 seconds. What? Am I going to keep watch? I should think so. I'd want to be the first to know if that fiend were on its way. As Magnus told you how it was the golem who used to guard this Cantlin city that ultimately destroyed the city. No, but it's kind of predictable. If Cantlin and its people should rise again, the golem is sure to come back and finish the job. I've been told that the story ever since I was a boy. Rollo told you what he read in the Cantlin Chronicle, did he not? The only way this land can truly be freed from the darkness is by defeating the monster who rules all the others. Make no mistake, Magic Z, the ruler is none other than Cantlin's former guardian, the gigantic golem. We don't know when it's going to strike, but when it does, we humans won't stand a chance. Take it from me, Magic Z, you should be prepared to flee at any moment. I don't want to flee, I want to die trying. That isn't obvious enough. And I really don't want to keep building your ugly watchtowers, so you can flee, and I'd like it better. What's the matter, Magic Z? That's an awful frowny face you're wearing. Has LaRoche been filling your head with stories of doom and destruction again? Pay no attention to that gloomy, Ruchi gloom monger. You're not dead yet, my boy. And what's more, I've deciphered another chapter of the Cantlin Chronicle. It describes a staggeringly strong defensive structure that uses those evil idols you recovered. It's known as the Steel Stockade. That's what I've been looking for this whole time. Finally. And it will make our town nigh impossible for the monsters to breach. Here, Majesty, take this blueprint and build the Steel Stockade it depicts. Obviously, you'll want to build it on the west side of the city. You might need to knock down the old defenses to make space. I don't know how you'll build the steel doors that form the stockade's centerpiece, but I'm sure you'll be able to work out something. Majesty obtains a steel stockade blueprint. Job well done, if I do say so myself. Steel doors. Massive double doors made solely out of steel, can be opened and closed. Yeah, I'm not gonna make those yet. See, I'm so glad I did this. It's only 4 blocks long. I thought it was 5. I thought it was 5 blocks thick, but no, it is 4. It also means the door is 4 blocks wide. Such a weird shaped area. I obviously want it like here. I guess let's just start tearing this thing down. Need to get rid of it to place the blueprint down, so... let's make something work. So, I've decided I'm putting it here. I'm at least gonna do it right. For now, I'm just gonna do the necessary stuff, I suppose. Now, I need steel for the barricades, I believe. If I am not mistaken. Barricades need steel. Where do you even make barricades? I think I have to make steel before being able to make barricades. Because I don't have the recipe at the moment. RGZ works out how to make a steel broadsword. Yeah, I would need to make one of those. The Warhammer. I remember that because of how annoying it is to build. Steel shield, yeah. So I'm gonna be making steel gear before I make iron gear. Pretty much. Which honestly works by me, because I did not want to make iron gear. We're already too far for it to matter anymore. Like, I may as well just skip straight to steel, because iron's worthless at this point. There's no point in making armor that I don't need. It's just worse. And I already have steel gear available to me. So, like, why would I make the worst version of what I already have? Where can you make a door? Okay, it's in here. Steel ingots. We need a lot of steel, clearly. That's fine, though. We can make steel. I don't know how much more we can make, but we can make some. Steel doors. I also need the... where are they? Here they are. The evil idols. And there you go. They do work. Okay. Do I have? Yeah, I have a bunch of stone walls. There you go. That's what I was missing. I need lights too, if I'm not mistaken. I need the sconces. It's only 2, okay. Up here it's 4. This is going to look pretty good, hopefully, by the time I'm done with it. Obviously, it's not going to look as good as the castle walls, but I kind of want to keep the blueprint as part of it, so I think I'm just going to leave it as is, and I'm not going to modify the design at all. There you go. Barricade is done, I believe. Is that not? Oh, it's there, right? Boom! The steel stockade. I think I'll extend it the simple way out on each side, just in case. You never know. I need to make some more spike traps. The more spike traps, the better, of course. There you go. I think that'll look probably alright. So that means we get this amount of room now to build the bedroom, which is going to be nice. This brings up the question of, do I want to put castle walls around this area? Which I think doubling up would be smart. I just might not like it. But I guess let's just do and see if I do or not. I mean, try now, figure out later, or something. Let me get rid of this gunk. I want to make a chest with all the blueprints. Now, unfortunately, you never unlock proper beds in this chapter, which is a bit of a bummer, but it's fine, I suppose. Can make this work. I want to make straw floor, but I don't want to spend the leaves on it, so here's what I'm going to do instead. I'm going to do this the smart way. Boom. 3 straw blocks, here I come, baby. Are these called straw? Yeah, straw blocks, cool. Let's finally do what I wanted to do from the start of this stream. Boom, boom. I want the straw under where all the beds are gonna be. Then I'm stupid, so I forgot to do the wall before putting the chest down. Because the chest does not go there. Put all of the blueprints back into my inventory. I just don't want them in the colossal coffer because it's just wasted space, honestly. That's not what I wanted. I wanted these. I'm just doing without even thinking anymore. I'm just like on autopilot, just building. I need to put more straw down. I think I'll just do the simple design for now. I don't remember how many people end up in the town, so I don't actually know how many beds we need. So I'm just going to go with 6 for now. I hope that's enough. So I need 2 more beds. I don't think I can even make 2 more beds, actually. Can I? No, I can only make 1. Oh well. It's fine, I suppose. Right, we got an equipment display stand. Nice. Did not think... The only way to get those is through the workshop, actually, so... That is a lucky find. I would have loved to have this fireplace in here. Just having it there is a bit scuffed, I feel. I mean, ideally I'd have it here, but like... It just doesn't fit. Like, how would I want to... Unless I do this... the weird way. I do this. I mean, it looks terrible, but there's no room, so... I think in the end I give this a pass. I think it'll do. It's not particularly good, but it's not insufferable either. Let's do the final step of making all of the walls 3 blocks tall, as is a must. should really save the game. I have not saved the game at all the entire time, and it's been almost 2 hours. I'm too confident in my Switch's ability not to crash. Let's save the game so I don't forget. And there you go. It's not the prettiest, but for the blocks available right now, it's decent. And for the amount of space I wanted it to take up, it's also pretty respectable. Let's do the other one, which is going to take a bit of work. Which is the workshop. First block of chalk. Yeah, right, they make chalk in this thing. I want it to be as wide as it is. I guess there's nothing stopping me. I could just make it as wide as the old area. I don't need to be the... Like, I don't need the workshop to be too large either. Like, there's no way it needs to be any bigger than like this. It should be big enough, right? Like, in what world would you need something bigger than this? Pretty good. I think, though, I want to do this cool thing. I think would be cool. I don't know if it is, but I want to try it out. Have this be like that, and this be like that. Only have the flagstone around the industrial bits, and have the cool, clean castle wall all around, where there's not anything like super important going on. I feel like this would be a great design. Now hear me out. Light, sack, sign. And in an ideal world, let's have another light, so... I guess let's have a burning light. Just that way there's just 4 things. I do need to remember to also replace all of the crappy doors. Although I think I mostly have good doors already, so I've been doing my job properly. But let's make a proper door for this, because I know the workshop did not have one. Boom, empty room for now. Put chest in the corner. You know what? Chest is going in that corner. instead, I'm going to have this. That's pretty good. Boom. Level up. I was not even trying to level up, but actually that is good, because we're probably going to need to be level 5 at some point, and that means we're max base level now, which is awesome. And you know what? Seeing how it's night and no one's opening all the doors and stuff, let's just layer up this wall right now. That way it can just be done with. And all the buildings will now be properly made. Okay, now this is just a very cool area. Simple but effective. That's what I like. Now I need to just do all the pathways, because of course I haven't done any of them. It's probably going to be fine. I mean, obviously they're not at the same points, but I think it just adds a bit of cool variety. I suppose may as well take care of this one too, since I wanted to do it. This one, I wanted to do a room that I have never really done. Well, I have done it, but it's not a room that I usually make, I guess is the right word. I don't know how big I need this room to be. This is going to be a completely useless room, I just want to make it because it's funny. You can make a room of pots, and the villagers will just give you pots in the chest in the room. And I kind of want to just add it because I think it's funny and it's completely useless to have. Which is why it's so funny. There's just no point in having it, but the fact that you can do it and it actually gives you something in return, it's just ironic. Don't know how many pots you need in there though. I suppose let's try 3. I mean, if you just put a bunch of pots in the room, eventually you'll get something. I probably have the actual room. The room recipe. No, I don't. I don't think I do. Weird. Well, I've definitely done it before, so I definitely do have it. I just don't know what it is. Is this enough to make it work? Empty room. No, it is not enough to make it work. Okay, great. Need more pots. Apparently that wasn't enough pot action. It's probably like 5 pots. No, still not enough. Damn. Pot chamber. Wait, I've never done it in the full game. I have to be trolling. I only did this in the demo? Okay, damn. I thought I've done it before, but no. Okay, well, there you go. By my bold and beautiful brow, you've completed the steel stockade. Now our city is safe from any attack. 3 cheers for Majesty. Hip, hip. What? Is the stockade truly strong enough to keep the golem at bay? Don't you remember, Majesty? The golem was on our side. It watched over the people of Cantlin and protected them from harm. I don't know what LaRouche is trying to convince you of, but there's no way that golem would ever harm us. Besides, it's unthinkable that a creature who once served mankind would become the leader of the monster's forces. There's simply no basis to this silly story of his. He's doing nothing but stirring up unrest. It's people like LaRouche who hold back a city's progress, you know. We might have to do something about him. But anyway, good work, Magic Z. Our new defenses are second to none. And yet another seed of life. Our area is starting to look pretty good. Don't get me wrong, it's bare. Like, it's not... It needs grass. Definitely, as a thing. It definitely needs grass. But it's a good start. Like, at least we have the buildings. I don't know if we're gonna build something here. Because I don't think we need another room for anything. Unless we find something, then obviously we'll put it down, but... I think for now, I just want to try and... I guess we could try and finish that garden. We could do the cemetery and the garden. Grass seed, I'll need that eventually. I want a purple flower seed, ideally. If I'm not mistaken, they drop from these Drakis, but I don't remember exactly how you get them. I think they drop from these guys, but if I'm wrong, we're gonna be here a while. Because it is a pretty rare drop. Grass seed, right? Still nothing? There you go. The Cora Lily. That's what I was looking for. That is one of the things I need. You get a branch, too. I don't think I need a branch, but you never know. And I think I need one thing from the desert I forgot. Which would be the... like, the little thing of weeds. I need the, like, orange weed. I need... yeah, the, like, yellowish weeds over here. I think I saw that I needed one of these. The sandwort plant. I guess I could talk to Rollo. Magic Z, my boy, our city is growing by the day. Some sort of decisive battle with the monsters must be brewing, don't you think? Now that we've finished constructing of the steel stockade, our defenses are nigh impregnable. Or are they? I must say I'm not quite satisfied. Our fortifications could be a great deal stronger than they are now. Which brings me to my request. I think it's time you put a little bit more work into this city. A few new rooms would be a sorely overdue addition to our town, my boy. We could also do with overhauling our defenses to better fend off the monsters' increasingly fierce assaults. I won't bore you out with the particulars, you're the builder after all. Just improve our town however you see fit. By my flaring nostrils, marvelous work, Magic Z. Our city is growing ever greater, and so are you. we've already done the town level ups, so that's what this quest was probably for. Now listen closely, my boy. I have big news. Within the Cantlin Chronicle, I have found a description of the biggest and boldest defensive structure ever invented. It's called the Cantlin Shield. And if that isn't a majestic and awe-inspiring name, I don't know what is. If we had one of those, we could protect our home against anything. I'd even go so far as to say we could consider the reconstruction of Cantlin complete. However, while the Cantlin Chronicles describes the shield's function and appearance, the details of how to build it are sadly lacking. As it stands, we simply won't be able to make the thing. But there is still hope. I can offer you a few clues as to its construction, but they're sure to stir some ingenious ideas in that builder's brain of yours. I know that one day you will unravel the secret of how to build the Cantlin Shield. I'm sure. Although I think this is probably a battle again. Yeah, how predictable. I'm not ready to do this quite yet, though. There's a few things I want to do. Obviously, one of them is the garden that we've been collecting flowers for the past forever. The other one is I want to make gravestones so I can do the graveyard on the way to go continue doing the garden and restoring the garden. I don't remember how many we need, so I'm gonna make 5. And then there was something else. Right, I wanted to make steel gear and kill all dragons, but that is ambitious. I just need a sword, really, but it would only make sense if I made all of it. Like, I only have iron armor, which is weird. At least with the steel broadsword, I'll be able to kill the dragon if I want to go do it now. So you know what, let's go do that. Let's go to the portals. Let's save the game too, actually. Let's go through the blue teleportal and go to the graveyard. Then hopefully the garden, and maybe hopefully kill that dragon. Yeah, here's the garden. I don't remember what this gives. Probably a seed of life, but you know, it is worth doing. Magic seed repairs the graveyard. There you go. Yep, seed of life. Okay, I should just eat all of these at this point. I don't really need to preserve this many of them. I'm going to get more, so like, it's not a huge deal. Just stay on an even 100 HP. Alright. Let's sleep at the house right here, as usual. This is like such a conveniently placed, ruined house. It's incredible how useful this house is throughout this whole chapter. It's just the perfect location to have a ruined house. So, I remember we needed a cap for this cactus. I correctly remembered we needed one of those orange weeds. We needed the pink flower. I missed the medicinal bush. That's what I missed. And let me guess, I can't grab this one. Yeah. I don't think there's any medicinal bushes here. I need to go all the way to the other side of the island. Man. That's a rough thing to miss. It's fine, we can make it work. I'd rather go back now than go back later. I don't want to come back here because the dragon's the last thing I have to do here. At least they're on this island, so I don't have to go far, but it's a bit of a bummer that I did forget it, because it does mean that I do have to come back, even if it's only for a semi-short distance. The worst part is I did see that we needed the bush, and I just completely forgot it. I noticed it. It's not like I missed it either. I saw it when I checked out what I needed, and I just completely neglected it. It's fine, we all screw up here and then. I don't even think this garden gives a reward. I just want to do it because it's there. Let's see, I think I want it to be right here. Majesty replants the Hammerhood's garden. Wow, our garden looks exactly the same now, thanks human. Now that I've completed Clavarina's tasks, I'm still in the running for the head gardener job. Huh? What do you mean that's cheating, just because I didn't make it myself? Oh come on, we don't have to worry about a little thing like that. Don't be such a stick in the mud. You're not gonna tell Clavarina, are you? Here, I'll give you this amazing piece of furniture I made. Just don't tell on me, okay? Just he obtains a bench. That is the reward? Damn. Well, would you look at that? That's quite a garden you put together there. If I'm not careful, Clavarina will pick you to be the head gardener. And what do you mean it's nothing special? Haha, that's exactly the sort of thing that Clavarina likes. If you like it, I'll make you a copy of the blueprint for a hothouse that she wants me to build in our village. Obviously, since you're not a Hammerhood, you'll never be able to become the head gardener of Hammerton Heights. But if you build this blueprint, at least you can pretend. What is this? I've never seen this blueprint. Actually, I probably have. Oh, what's this? Interesting. I mean, I could build this. It would be annoying, don't get me wrong, from a boss battle perspective, because it would block off a lot of area. But it's achievable. I can make this 1000%. I kind of want to make it if it's just openly giving it to me like that. Anyway, there's one thing left to do. Technically two. I probably want to take care of that battle too once we get back before I call it for the day here. I think I'm going to end a bit earlier, because there's not actually much content left of this chapter, I don't think. I don't want to finish it today, and I don't know if I have the time to finish it today, but I also don't want next stream to be too short. So, I think here is the deal. We're going to try and kill the dragons that are left, do the battle that is waiting, and then we'll take it from there. I think we'll take care of this dragon, take care of the battle, and then next time we'll take care of the other two dragons and finish the chapter, hopefully. I don't think it should take too long. If I recall, the last area is fairly short, and we've also done all the building I mostly wanted to do now, so... For the most part, we're quite closed up on things that I want to do. I mean, this haunt house I'll probably just do off camera, because it's, like, not difficult. Alright, I should be able to hurt you now, yeah. Finally, at last. Although you still hurt me a lot. Damn, that hurts. I didn't want to make iron gear because it's just not really worth it. But this guy hurts without it. He hits before he even spins, which I forgot about. In the second game it's actually accurate, but in this game you get damaged before the animation plays, which is lame. So annoying with all the enemies around. Damn. Bro is a hard hitter, though. Tell you what, the dragons do stay hard. Just die already. There you go. Alright, another fireplace. I did not need that at all. Well, at least he's dead. That was probably the lamest fight on Earth. Just getting absolutely decimated, only to just not get anything out of it. I wonder if I could put it anywhere. I don't think I can really fit it in Peeper's bedroom. Oh well. Yeah, so I could have this blueprint be over here. Which is what I was talking about. Instead of having the watchtower. It's just, it would be a bit weird. Because there's the 1 block gap. And if I put it here, then the path don't line up. Like, the path doesn't line up to it. So it just kind of has to go there. I'll probably figure this out on my own time. I do kind of want to play the game a bit on my own. But I wanted to do that battle. By my straining shoulders, Magic Z, the monsters are preparing another assault. As I suspected, they see our town growing ever greater and become more daring and desperate in their attempts to stop it. However, we're not yet ready to take on their leader. We must drive these monsters back to buy some more time. Magic Z, my boy, are you ready for combat? Yes, I am. You know what I could do? Okay, that's not what I wanted. I want to kill the last guy before he destroys anything. Because as far as I'm concerned, he's the only one that can actually destroy something in this defense. Oh, the hitboxes aren't working, as usual. If I look up, it kind of works better. Boom. Dead man defeated. A victory. Then we get the green teleportals. We get the last teleportal. If you ask me, this seems like a great place to stop. I mean, it's a bit shorter. I would like to stream for a bit longer. But I'm happy with the progress. And if we want anything to actually do in the last stream, probably, I'm not going to promise tomorrow. I don't think I'll do it tomorrow. But I will do it soon. So hopefully there won't be as long of a break in between this stream and the next stream. But I think that is going to be it here for today. So I hope you guys enjoyed this part 2. A bit shorter than part 1. But I want to keep part 3, where we hopefully finally finish the game, a bit longer. I don't want it to be super short, so there you have it. I'll see you guys next time, whenever that will be. I hope you have a good rest of